Hello and welcome to the V Media channel. Hope everyone is feeling blessed today. It's the beginning of a new month, and I pray we all feel renewed as we enter the last stretch of the year 2022. I'd love for you guys to subscribe to the channel, please. Like our videos, share our videos, and comment on our videos. Pipeline surveillance contracts. Tompolo explodes, opens up on crude oil cartel. For over 7 years, some influential Nigerians, including Niger Delta natives, pushed the former leader of the defunct movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta government, Ikpe Mupulo alias Tompolo, out of contention in the oil-rich region. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), shortly after President Muhammadu Buhari took over power in 2015, declared him wanted in a case of conspiracy, illegal diversion of 34 billion naira, 11 billion naira, and 900 million naira belonging to the Nigerian Maritime Administration Security Agency (NIMASA). It was not the first time security agencies in the country proclaimed him wanted. The Joint Task Force did in 2009 for the fortuitous killing of some soldiers. However, last year, a federal high court sitting in Lagos found the allegations EFCC leveled against him to be fallacious, acquitted, and discharged them. Tompolo bounced back to public computation last month when the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited (NNPC), after security checks, awarded a multi-billion naira pipeline surveillance contract to 5 different companies, 2 of which he has an interest in the Niger Delta. They pay the companies per kilometer of pipeline based on performance. Some supposed militant factions threatened the federal government. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Chief Timipre Silva and Chief Executive Officer CEO NNPC Limited Mele Kyari over the contract to the said companies, but specifically mentioned Tompolo. NNPC Limited boss Kyari defended the deal, saying the need to involve private contractors to man the right of way to these pipelines informed the deal. The moribund men leader, sporting a trouser and shirt with a face cap popularized by Dr. Emmanuel Udwaga, former governor of Delta State, came out from one meeting and on citing Saturday Vanguard, he bellowed as he extended his hands for a tepid handshake. "Ha ha, Hima, you are here. Welcome." When people hear your name, Tompolo, what comes to mind is that Niger Delta warlord. Some even call you oil bunkerer, asking what is he doing with protecting oil pipelines. Is he a security official? Everybody knows about Tompolo, he said. While many people will say that Tompolo was a militant, some will say he was an ex-militant carrying arms, and some people say Tompolo is still a militant. However, before even I became a freedom fighter, I was a young man working with my father as a business person. I am not an oil bunkerer. I actually understand how to do business, not to carry arms to survive. Interviewer: at a time, the Joint Task Force in Niger Delta declared you wanted. Soldiers looked for you everywhere and bombarded many places. They did not find you. Some people said you had escaped out of the country. Where did you hide? Tompolo: which of my declarations as a wanted person are you talking about? Is it the one of 2009 or the last one? Interviewer: let us start with the one of 2009. Tompolo: you know, when somebody is fighting a genuine cause, you have nothing to fear. I was in my place by the grace of God, the Almighty God, and the ancestors of our land were protecting me. Therefore, even if I am here with you, if you do not have good intentions about me, you will not see me. I was here throughout, referring to Gbaramatu Kingdom. I did not go anywhere because the land I came from protected me. Interviewer: The Federal High Court in Lagos finally found you not guilty and discharged you last year on the allegations of fraud laid against you by the EFCC, which declared you wanted another time. Why were you a target after the current administration took power? Tompolo, even you, Ima Amaize, know what transpired then. It was all about politics. We were fighting for former President Goodluck Jonathan, while others were working for All Progressives Congress APC, which is President Muhammadu Buhari, who later won the election in 2015. That was why the opposition party, the present ruling party, haunted us. If not, everybody, every Dick and Harry understands that there was nothing against Tompolo. It was just politics, witch hunting. That was why my lawyers went to court, presented my case, and in the end the court discharged and acquitted me. That there was nothing against me, it was just political witch hunting. In addition, whether we like it today, you are seeing a tarred road in Okporosa, the traditional headquarters of the Baramatu Kingdom, where you met me, Okerenkoko and other riverine communities in Bayelsa State, and everybody knows that the Nigerian maritime sector is the key to the success of this country. Now that illegal activities are going on involving many people, not just only the people of Niger Delta, the federal government and well-meaning Nigerians understand that there are people who have the capability and understanding, especially the terrain, to handle this work without causing trouble, which I am one of such persons. During the time of former President Umar Yar'Adua, I worked together with our former governor in this state, Dr. Emmanuel Udwaga. I went overseas with him, brought in Israelis, and prepared a security contract from Rivers State to Edo State. It was even our late brother, former Chief of Army Staff, General Owoye Azazi, that even said no. Tompolo would not handle the contract alone because a lot of persons, as we were talking then, were all bunkerers. Therefore, there is no way you will give a contract to somebody that will not do the work and use the work to protect its own illegal activities. That was when specifically the part of River State went to Ateke, Tom, Al-Aji Dokubo Asari, Farah Dagogo, and some others. In Bayelsa, Boy Loaf, Joshua, Africa, and others got it. It was only in Delta State that they split the contract between Ijo and our Itshekiri brothers. We did the job, and I believe NNPC knows who actually did the work then. If you want to protect our oil pipelines and stop oil bunkering activities, they know the people that have the ability and capability to work with security agencies that can stop oil theft, because we had done it before in Lagos and the Republic of Benin. That was why when they came, I know that if we actually want to survive as a nation, we have to contribute our quota. I have to put my annoyance and the trouble that I faced aside for us to work together to bring up the oil production of this country. As we speak, Nigeria is our country, which is why we agitate we cannot be second-class citizens and that our people should get whatever is due to them. Interviewer, when you said we did it in Lagos and the Republic of Benin, do you mean you handled the security contract on pipeline protection and performed creditably in these places? Yes, Tompolo says. Everybody is aware and you can go back to the records and check. Interviewer, our information is that top ex-militant leaders are involved in oil bunkery. So how are you going to tackle them because they are your friends? And what is your appraiser of what has led to an increase in oil theft in the country? Tompolo, we can handle it perfectly. If you look at our environment, our people's means of survival is fishing. But while people are doing this illegal bunkering, there is no more work for them because it has affected the fishing. Therefore, they have no means of livelihood, and our people want their means of livelihood back. Even in federal and state governments, only a few people from our fishing communities have employment. So, when you see people coming from outside the country, taking away something from your place, what our people now do is to help them, assist them in the bunkering. The people getting the bulk of the money are not our people, and while doing that, the level of damage they cause to the ecological life of our people is massive, and that is what we are trying to stop. So, we will talk to our people and sensitize them that if you are getting 1 naira today, the damage it will cause tomorrow is up to 30 naira, That is the area I will now follow to talk to my people, and in the end, we will agree and they will leave oil bunkering. We expect the federal government will provide the needful so that our people will survive because we own the oil and our people must be part of the parcel of the wealth, not that people will come from other parts of the country to take our wealth. Like when people are talking about pipeline protection and they are doing protests in Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Abuja, I am amazed. Take the contract that I have now. Before now, my late friend Captain Osa Okumbo, who was from Edo State, was doing the work for the last 4 to 5 years. My younger brother, who is a king in Niger Delta today, was working with Captain Hosa as his operations manager. Now, he has his own contract. Then, Ben Peters and others are still doing this work. If people are coming to protest that I am part of the contract, I wonder what really is happening. What I know is that some people are passing behind to sponsor my people against me. If not, there are many contractors on this surveillance job. We are maybe up to 4. Then calling only Tompolo's name that we do not want Tompolo, that Tompolo is based in Okporosa and all that. You can now see that if you want to fight corruption, it will fight back. I can tell you many big names are involved in oil bunkery. They know that if I am involved, working together with the Nigerian Navy, JTF, DSS, EFCC, many people will not have any place to hide again. Therefore, they pass the other way round to sponsor some of my people against me. I have been fighting all these up till today because I know I am fighting the right cause. I do not have any reason to fear anybody. Why should I fear somebody that is carrying maybe 2 or 3 guns protesting in Rivers State? 1, we have to clear our area because if people are working to get 20 naira, the damage and the aftermath effect is much on our people. That is my concern, not only for me, but for many of our people. Many people do not even understand the environmental hazard of cooking this crude oil in this environment. I think we have many people, traditional rulers and opinion leaders on our side, and we will talk to the people because we are fighting to protect our region. However, if you destroy the economic life of the place, where are you going to protect tomorrow? That's a wrap, guys. Have a great day ahead. Bye.